All right, you are live.
Are we?
Yep.
Hi everyone, how you doing? Welcome to Friday Night Fun Time with OFR. Tonight you'll have Rich and Tracy because Josh abandoned us. My baby boy abandoned me.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, you guys ain't louder than that. Talk to them. They're right there.
Merry Christmas. I hope everybody had a good day.
Yes, and Happy New Year to come, and I hope everybody had a good Christmas. Let's see who we got here. Everybody just saying hi right now.
Wow, my phone couldn't wait to let me know that I had a notification from the fish rescue.
We got Kai Vicente from the Philippines. How you doing? Hey, we get out there. I like that. Big J's Fish Keeper. When will you guys update cameras? You mean like our video recording equipment? Because right now we're using the Note 9, and I'm going up tomorrow to get the Note 10 or the Jump program. So I'll be using that for a while. New cameras that we want to use are like $600-700, so we're saving up for that. Benjamin Hernandez met us in Chicago at Aquashella. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, brother. Bronson M, hello from Hawaii. Wow. Wish we were in your place, bro.
Yes.
Hawaii. You want to go to Hawaii, huh?
Yes. Let me go.
Wait, there was no pause in that.
No, not at all. Let's go.
But we got to take care of the fish.
We can go.
Not it.
Not it. Josh can handle it, huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
Adele Parkinson with the $5.90 or with the $6 super chat. She said, "Hi, Big Rich and Tracy and Josh." Well, it's not Josh, it's Mikey.
Well, Josh ain't here, Adele, but thank you for your super chat. We definitely appreciate it, and you're always a loyal fan. It's just me and Tracy tonight, so.
Hi, Adele.
Oh yeah, she's your special friend, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, so it's just you and Tracy, huh?
Mikey's behind the scenes. He's going to read off these super chats for us. He don't want to be on camera no more since everybody yelled at him last time.
This is true.
Hey Tracy, you look much happier than Christmas morning.
Yes.
Christmas morning, I got you up a little early,
Yes,
but we had obligations. We had to get up and go. Feeding the fish was just a way to get her to wake up. You know what I'm saying? I got the fish lights turned on while she was cutting them open. It takes about a half hour to get her up out of bed and going.
I'm not an easy person to wake up.
And then somebody actually said that I talked to you like a child. And the reason for that was I was treading thin ice. I got her up at 5:45 in the morning. I'm going to have to talk to her like a child. I was all worried about what I'm saying, how I'm saying. I was easy. I was nice. It was just so I wouldn't get beat up. Okay.
Thank you, Rob's Ray, for the $2 super chat. He wants you to kiss your wife.
Who?
Aww.
Rob's Ray TV, $2 super chat, $2 to kiss your wife.
$2.
And thank you, GNZL, for the $10 super chat. Hi, guys, a little towards your camera. Big fans from New Zealand.
Oh,
Wow.
nice. New Zealand, all the way from New Zealand. Thank you. Appreciate it. That definitely helps out. I mean, any little bit of money goes on towards, paying for, we pay $1,600 a month out for our normal bills without any medications. So I definitely, we appreciate it. Now, there's only 2 of us here, and it's hard, to read all this. So if we skip your stuff, replace it. And a lot of people are coming on, and I can't see everything. Hello from Florida. Hello from UK. Sussex Fish Nerd. All right.
We love all you fans.
Steven's here. Yes, we got a moderator.
Joe's here, too. Just no one cares about Joe.
Joe's here?
Yep.
Hi, Joe. I wanted to call you and have you on speakerphone and do this with me because Josh left us tonight, so. But
And Adele, yes, we did get your Christmas donation from PayPal. Thank you very
aw,
much.
thank you, Adele. That was sweet of you.
Love you, Joe. He said, "Screw you, Mikey."
Okay, let me see here. Brian Stronghold, this channel is a gem. How on earth does this perfect family not have 1 million subs? I don't know. We don't get shared enough. We don't get, out there enough. We try everything. I mean, we take care of the fish. We do the rescues. We find good homes for a bunch of fish. And I only give them the homes better than I can supply. In other words, if I have a red tail in a 500-gallon tank, I'm not going to give that red tail to somebody for 125. That's absolutely out of the question. Most of our big fish only go to public aquariums with 30,000-gallon tanks, stuff like that. And then our little fish, they're easy to rehome with a bunch of our members, the people that come around here, and we give them out all the time. And people are more than welcome to grow them out. When they get too big, bring them to us, and if we got smaller ones, they can take them, or even other smaller fish, and keep growing. And it don't cost them nothing. I give out all of our fish for free.
Thank you, Jeff. Betty? I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. Hey, guys. With the $5 super chat, hey, guys, how did you and Tracy meet? Oh, God.
Well, see, I was hanging out
PG-13, PG-13.
No, she was actually friends with my younger brother, and he brought her over, and she just kept giving me the eye. And one day my brother left, and she came in and tried kissing me. So I told my brother, of course. So I told my brother, because I have to. That's just the right thing to do. And he goes, "Oh, I wasn't interested. That's cool. Go ahead." So then I got with her, and she was this tiny little thing, and it was kind of cool. She took care of me and tried making me eat more because I was real skinny at the time. I just come up from Florida, and I didn't eat much, and I was into the party scene at the time. She took care of me and made me eat more, so I figured this is the one I should, stick with.
Tyler Ash 2626 with a $2 super chat. He wants a shout out.
Tyler Ash 2626. How's that for a shout out? A double shout out.
How long was the mullet when you first met?
The Dorado from the 4,000. The Dorado. Which fish is that? I forget. Oh, that was the silver Dorado with the black line. We had to take him out of the 4,000 because he started fin nipping. We've got him in the pool now, the indoor pool. Where's that? Behind the 265 and the 190, where we have all the stingrays and the albino iridescent sharks. We had to put him in there because he was starting to eat all the fin. He was fin nipping all the silver dollars. So we got him in with just bigger fish now, and he's doing fine. We're feeding that tank more than we feed the 4,000. The 4,400 only gets fed every other day. The pool gets fed every day because it's our stingrays. So with him being fed more, he's not nipping nobody. So that's where he's at.
Hey, Joe just texted me wondering, how are you supposed to put him on speaker if you're using your phone for recording?
Yeah, see, there was one of the problems, Joe. Laura Brennan says, I finally caught you live. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Laura. Appreciate it. Aquarium Cop says, love your family. Aww. We love our fan base. That's a fact. We love you guys. Let me see who else here.
You already answered that, Jeff Beatty.
Yeah. Philip Lang. Hang on, it just changed on me. Where'd that go?
Philip
Large, $4.99. Keep doing what you're doing, guys. We will. Thank you very much for the super chat. We definitely appreciate it. We have no plans on stopping anytime soon. Things get tough. We just keep going. We've got rescues. Actually, we're going tomorrow to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for rescues. Then sometime this week, we're going up to Michigan for rescues. And then we've got Chicago coming up and also Las Vegas. So we'll be passing through, what's that one city where the lady has the big pacu? It starts with an M, down south.
Minnesota?
No, that's up north, honey.
Okay.
Missouri. We're going to be picking up a big, large pacu from Missouri and going all the way to Las Vegas. And there's some we got some great news for you guys from the Las Vegas trip. I can't let it out the bag yet, but you're going to love this. This is going to be great. Okay. Jeff Jones, you're all well known around Akron and in the pet stores I go to. We're always chatting about your channel. Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, spread the word around. The more we get known, the better off we are. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Why is Joe time outing?
Joe, why are you timing out off the dawn? That's one of our regulars.
He was being a little inappropriate.
A little inappropriate?
A little to a lot inappropriate.
Okay.
I actually asked him to do that because he was being very inappropriate.
Well, off the dawn, be nice. You're one of our regulars. We don't want to lose you.
Yeah, don't make Mikey have to delete you.
Megan Tie-Dye? $2 super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Ohio Fish Rescue from Aquarium Cop. Ohio, would you not do what you do without your brave with that fits in the tank? What? Would you not do what you do without your brave with that fits in the tank? I love the Ohio Fish Rescue for sure. I'm sorry, buddy. I don't understand that. My son, I would go in there if my son wasn't here, but my son takes care of it and goes in the 4400 if that's what you mean. How big will Brutus get? Largest Arapaima is about 17 foot. In captivity, 12, 14 foot around there. There's two 12-footers at the Shed Aquarium. I actually myself had a 6-footer before. Rodrigo in Florida has a 6-footer now. Ours is about 4.5 foot. Brutus is getting big. So it depends on how well they're taken care of. They can live a long time and get really, really big. Tyler Ash, 2626 with another $2. Oh, shout me out. Where I'm in the back. I'm sorry. Do you still have the sterlet? No. We didn't see the sterlet. It was in with the koi, and we didn't see it. It never ate, and it got skinny, and it died. It was in the koi pond, and that was the problem because there were so many koi. We never saw the sterlet. It didn't move much. It never ate. So.
Somebody wants to know if Ultraviolence is going to be playing in the background anytime you go live.
I gathered this for you guys. I've got 3 of the songs that we put out way back then, and I'm talking to Chris. I'm going to be talking to Chris Barwise about letting me use them because he's the one that has the rights to everything. He's the bass player that I replaced. So Ultraviolence was together before me, and then Chris, for whatever reasons he had, left the band, and then I filled in, and then I took over playing bass because I was a guitarist, but these guys were so talented. I took over playing bass, and it was hard filling Chris's shoes. And so basically he's got the rights to everything. I'm going to ask him if I can go ahead and use them because now I finally got them digital copies at my house on my computer. So yes, hopefully in the future. Yes.
Mom, someone wants to know if you're excited about the koi pond going in the backyard.
Yes, I am. I can't wait.
She's so ecstatic, isn't it? You can see the look on her face.
You can see it. Well, she's waited. Greg came out here and we were going to put it in the backyard in the first place. I showed Greg where I wanted it, and Greg's answer was, "Oh, that's not what you want. This is what you want." And he tells us, "You want it over here, you wanted this, that." And I'm like, "Well, you can't put it there because there's a river running through there and the ground cracks open. So you can't have a pond there. I have to fill that in with dirt in the backyard because the ground's like 15 foot higher than the river. So every time the river erodes away dirt, the ground comes down and it makes cracks in my backyard. So we can't have a koi pond there." So then he comes up with, he didn't want to put it where the ground was like, what do you call it, going downhill. He wanted it on a nice flat surface. It was easier. Well, then when he came out front and he's like, "This is perfect." And I'm like, "How do you figure?" And he goes, "Well, there's nothing here that shows Ohio Fish Rescue. You pull up to this house, it looks like a house." And I'm like, "You're right." And now with the big pond out front, it shows as Ohio Fish Rescue. I mean, it all made sense. We never took into accord that somebody might steal from the front pond. Our back pond is 600 foot back there. our front pond is 40 foot away from the road. So people did run. And see, everybody says we didn't have cameras and you should have gotten cameras. We had cameras. We saw the people doing this. They ran, they jumped in the river, they scooped with a big net, and they ran back to the car. The other guy would jump in, scoop, run back to the car. The other guy would jump in and scoop. That's what we saw. They never looked up at the camera that I had pointing down. So we never saw a face. And we didn't see the car because I had no reason to video the road out front. So now we have the road on our video cameras along with the pond in the front yard. And we have cameras on the back deck. So we will have cameras on the new back pond. But it's 600 feet away from the road. And, you know, our dog will be back there. So it'll alert us if anybody's back there. So, you know, and, you know, we've got the light that comes on with any motion. So it'll be fine. The backyard pond will be fine.
Okay. Thank you, Mal, for your $10 super chat. She wants to know, would you ever cut your hair off and donate it?
Yes and no. I've thought about this. Greg Woodstock asked me about this. And he was like, how much, if we got a GoFundMe, how much would it take to cut your hair? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to cut my hair. And then he said, oh, you're pulling this. Then he said, well, if we get you a GoFundMe for 50 grand, would you cut your hair? I'm like, I have to at that point. You know, that's a jump in numbers, you know. So, you know, I don't know what actual number. You're good, Trace. It's done. It's fixed. Thank you. But definitely for 50 grand, I would. I mean, of course.
Holy cow. Quincy Eastep, thank you for the $50 super chat. And she said food for maybe a week. Yeah, I'm going to eat good. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
What did she say?
She said food for maybe a week.
Yes, thank you so much. My computer just shut off. This ain't on. Is there a green light on this power cord, Mike?
Hang on, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. There's no power on my computer. You're going to have to read the statements, Mikey. I can't see the computer.
Okay. Jim Will says, "What's up, Big Rich?"
How you? Who?
Jim Will.
How you doing, Jim Will? Appreciate it. I'm doing good. I can't see the internet right now, so we're fixing that. The computer's coming back on, Tracy. Hi.
Lost Hope just chimed in with a $2 super chat. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, Tim and Sophie.
Tim and Sophie?
Mm-hmm.
Happy New Year, Tim and Sophie.
Let's go back to some more questions here.
My computer's starting over. Somehow the battery went dead or the power pack wasn't plugged in, so I can't see nothing right now. And my phone's being used to record us, so I can't see any of this.
Here's a
Can
good.
you grab me your phone?
Here's a good one. Do you guys ever plan on expanding, like a big building or more land?
Well, we got this house here. Can I have your phone, please? We got this house here, and it's got 1.3 acres, and we put so much money into this house. I built the 45 by 25 fish room, and then that got too small. So I built an 11 by 45 addition to it because I can't go within 10 foot of the neighbor's property. So that's as big as I can make the fish room. I can go farther back, but the more money I put into this, the less money I'll get out of it selling it, is the problem. I'm already the largest house on the street. So because my house is worth, you know, 450,000 or 500,000, the neighbor's house is only worth 250,000. So I'm already going to have a hard time selling it for that. Hang on one second. Let me get logged down here. So we thought about moving to a warehouse, but the problem is right now our bills are tied in with the rescue. So we pay them and we can stay living. If I get a warehouse somewhere else, it's a whole nother set of bills. So unless we get government grants, which we're now talking to grant writers, if we get a government grant, then yes, we will set up a big warehouse, move a bunch of tanks there. Because what people don't realize is all these tanks are mine. They're not the rescues. The rescue got started in name, and so that I only did it so that I could hit up big companies to get food donations and that kind of stuff. Like Hikari, and you know, they would sponsor us and give us the Massivore pellets we need. Stuff like that. Well, that hasn't happened yet, but all my tanks were mine before I started the rescue. We've got one tank donated as the rescue that we had to give a receipt for that is now part of the rescue. So if I dissolve the rescue, I have to give that tank to another rescue. That's the 500-gallon cube that just came in. So we're doing the taxes on the rescue for that. But I could take all these tanks and then put them in a warehouse and, do it that way if we get some sort of government grant to where we can afford, buying new tanks, buying a transport vehicle, hiring a vet on staff. Them are the three main things. After that, we could actually open up to the public as a public aquarium, depending on the grant amount, and do it that way. And then it'll be a separate entity than my house. Well, then I would turn the fish room into my car shop. I'd put my tools back there. I'd put my hot rod back there, and that's that. I'd have it for storage for the 4-wheelers and the boat and all that kind of stuff. But then again, we'd have to go to work every day to a certain space. This is not working. This computer is not coming on. That power is not giving it. The plug's not giving it power. All right, Mikey, you got to tell me some more.
Yep, I got you. Hey, big, huge fan of the filtration. Can you tell me how you guys would filter a 600-liter tank? Love you guys.
Well, see, I love my FX5s as far as a store-bought filter. And on that 600-liter, I think that comes out to 300-gallon tank for US. I would do at least 3 of the FX5s on there. But I build all my own filtration, a lot of it. So all you need is a tub. You need a spreader bar, you need some pillow fiber floss, and then a bunch of bio balls, and then a hole going back. And you run a pump up to that, sitting on top of the tank, going back down in. Real simple, but that's only on, you don't want that on a show tank. You don't want to see that. That's on top of my 4400. I've got 2 of those. 2 big Walmart tubs full of fiber floss and bio balls, and I just got a 2,000 gallon per hour pump running through it. So there's 2 of those on the 4400 with water passing through it, and it keeps my tanks clean.
All right, we got an important question from Boris Johnson. My 6-month Tiger Oscar just ate a tiny gravel stone, maybe half the size of a pea. He seems fine, but should I stop feeding him for 2 days to see how he gets on? I'm worried.
No, don't stop feeding him. What you want him to do is pass that stone. A thing you can do is look up on the internet Epsom salt baths. Epsom salt is different than regular aquarium salt. It's a diuretic. So what you want to do is a fish dip, a fish bath, like in a bucket. You'd mix it up in a bucket and you'd put them in there. I think it's a teaspoon per 5 gallons. Don't quote me on that. I don't remember. I'd have to look it up, and I don't have my computer on me. Look up on the internet Epsom salt bath for fish. And it's a diuretic, so what it'll do is it'll help pass, like you take an X-Lax. It does that for the fish. And if it's at all movable in there, because it might be sunk to the bottom of his belly and stay there the rest of his life. It's possible, and never do no harm. It's also possible it could do harm. So if you give him the Epsom salt bath and he passes it, great. If not, just be careful and don't let his food hit the bottom. Hold his food up top and let him take shrimp or tilapia from you and do it that way.
What Elbow Aquatics wants to know, where did you acquire the awesome blanket in your background?
This is actually a picture of our 4400. That is our Arowanas. This is our albino thing. This is Bert before he died. And these are our fish. There's our Dorado that was in the 4400. I got that from, what was the name of that company, Trace? Do you remember?
Asking the wrong person for that. I don't remember. Sorry.
I don't remember. I'd have to look up on thing, and I don't have my computer. It was something like Vista Print or something like that. Just look up printing companies, and you can send them a picture, and they can print it out for a canvas print. And that was 10 foot by 8 foot, and that's how I got that done. I use that for like going down to the Monster Fish Bash in Florida. That's our background, and then this tablecloth that says Ohio Fish Rescue is our table cover, and then we wear our shirts and stuff. Next question, please. I'm blind here.
There's a lot of answers. There's not too many questions going on right now. Good day from Australia, OFR.
What?
Hi, Australia.
How you doing, Australia?
Sorry, he's like his mind's like a lazy Susan. You just gotta wait for it to come back around.
No, you said day from Australia.
I said
OFR.
good day from Australia, OFR.
Oh, okay. I was like, what? What from Australia? Good day.
Have you ever used drum filters?
No, I have not. We had one, and it was missing the seals on the top. So we ended up getting rid of it. Somebody really wanted it really bad, so we went ahead and gave it to them. Have not had the chance to use them yet.
And yes, Brian Stronghold, we are going to be doing live streams from the pool pond, but at the beginning of the year, we're waiting for some equipment to come in.
Good answer. Look at you go. And everyone says I talk to you like a child.
Oh, I got a good one. How old was Josh when he first got into fish? Or was it always fish for him?
When Josh was born, we already had a few tanks, the biggest being a 300-gallon. I've got a picture of him standing in front of it when he was like 2 or so. Just started walking. He's always had tanks in his life the whole time.
I remember coming to your house the first time and seeing the giant tanks. I was scared.
You were scared?
Well, yeah, this was like first grade.
Why were you scared?
Because the tanks were bigger than me.
Mikey's been Josh's friend since first grade. I got my computer back.
Who are the next to be added to the pond?
Okay. A lot of people are saying, put Betty in the pond, put this fish, put that fish in the pond. You guys got to understand, there's a lot more thought goes into this. Betty, I can never put into the big pond. Reason being, pacus eat electrical cords, airlines, any plants. And I have a bunch of lights and power heads in that pool. And I would not want Betty chewing them up, even though they're low voltage and it will do no harm to the fish. But she will ruin all the lighting in there and all the air bubbles and air lines and power heads we got going where it makes flow in the river. So we can never add no pacu to the pool. We can never add nothing that might bite somebody. We can never add clown knives. Reason being, the big fish that are 3 and 4 foot, leave the cichlids alone. The clown knives are super fast and they will pick off all the cichlids, and that they won't even eat the food that I give them. They'll just eat the cichlids. So no clown knives in the pool. There's a lot of thought that goes into this. So I cannot have stingrays in the pool because stingrays won't harm nothing. But if somebody steps on them, they will come up and attack your ankle and try and stab you. We can't have that. So no stingrays in the pool. We are getting ready to put other fish in there, but it's a big job to figure out who can and can't go in there. We've been adding a little at a time, and now the filtration is taken over to where I can actually add in a bunch more fish. So we're going to go through, me and Josh, and figure it out and put whatever we can in there. We can put some more nigers in there, some ripsaws. There's plenty enough red tails. We got to let the red tails build up into 3,000 so that public aquariums can come and take them. We don't have no tiger shovelnose in the pool, so we're going to add them. We have a big giant gourami in there, and he eats all of our plants. I want to take him out so that we can actually have plants in the pool and help grow all the way around and help filtration. So he's going to be coming out. Who else? What else are we going to put in there? We can put silver dollars in there if they're big enough to where the red tails and the hybrids can't eat them. But right now the hybrid's mouth is about 7 inches. So we'd have to have a 10-inch a silver dollar before we can put them in. We don't have any that big right now.
Okay, there's a major question. Even I want to know.
What?
How many other kids besides Josh?
I have, my oldest is Richard. My next oldest is Richie. And then we have Josh, which Tracy stood up in her stirrups and said, hell no, when I said I have another Richie because we had a boy. So she stood up and said, hell no. So we named him Joshua Richard. So I got 3 boys. 2 of them are named Richard. So there's Richard, Richie, and Big Rich. That's how we always kept us separated. Richie is Little Rich or Richie. I'm Big Rich. Richard is Richard, and Joshua is Joshy.
And then there's Mikey, the adopted. Kind of hard because I'm a Hispanic, but.
Thank you, Peter, for the $5 super chat. We appreciate it. And no, I don't think Schwarzenegger would bite because he's too calm of a fish.
No, but also, let me go back to talking about that. We also keep on display. Now, mind you, there was Schwarzenegger in the 4400, big iridescent, a xanthic, a gold, and then there was 2 blue ones, almost the size of Schwarzenegger, but not as big. The 2 blue ones are in the pool right now. They're fine. They don't hurt nobody, and they're great. Problem is, we try and keep 1 or 2 of every fish on display. In the pool, you don't see these big, huge iridescents. They look like small, skinny fish down in the depths. In the 4400, you see the side of them, and they're this tall. That's Schwarzenegger. He's this tall, and he's 3 foot long. And it's like, wow, you really see the size of them. They don't look that big in the pool. So I don't want to take Schwarzenegger out and put him in the pool. He's on display. The reason for display, Ohio Fish Rescue is there to show everybody how big these fish can get. So you want to be able to see that, okay, this silver dollar is 16 inches. You want a side video. If I put them in the pool, all you're going to see is the top of them, and you'll never see how big they are. And the pool gives you an illusion because it's so big, the fish look smaller. I have 2 4-foot ripsaw cats. You guys may have watched. Joshy and Paul Caparo were in the pool, and they were handing out one of them. Well, that cat busted through the net, and Rodrigo from Predatory Fins caught him and ran him over to the pool. Everybody comes here and says there's no way that fish is as big as the one in the 4400. It is. It was the same size, but he looks much smaller in the pool. So we have to have on display a certain amount of fish. Any extras can go into the pool and grow, you know? So that's the reason for that.
Austin DeFrancesco, thank you for the $50 super chat. On the topic of filtration,
Austin, you rock.
Can you elaborate on how one could grow plants in the sump? I have a 90-gallon with a catfish and flower horn, so it's hard to grow plants in the tank. Struggling to extract nitrates. Best wishes to the family and community.
Okay, I would use pothos mostly. It's a topwater plant. You can't put the plant underwater. The roots go into the water, and they will grow down, 2 foot. The longer the roots, the more nitrates they will absorb. So you're going to have to put a little LED grow light under your tank pointing at your sump, and then fill the whole sump up with pothos plants. Take them from the store. You can buy them for like $4. You take the whole pothos plant out of the plastic. You rinse off. You rinse off all the dirt, and then you place that in the water, and you tie it up or put it through styrofoam so it floats, and leave it like that, and it will grow. You don't have to worry about it dying off.
Although you're a sweetheart.
Big thanks to Brandon with the $100 super chat.
No way.
He says, my girlfriend Heidi and I love your channel and truly appreciate all you guys do. Hope this helps with the cost of operations. Happy New Year's, everyone. Thank you so much.
Goodness.
Thank you, Brandon.
Brandon, that will take care of food for the fish for at least a week. It's about $4.50 a month, so $100 takes care of the food for a week. Thank you so much.
And I'm sorry, I should say thank you to Brandon and Heidi.
There you go. See, I need you in my life. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. Warm, heartfelt. Thank you.
How much does it cost to maintain your mullet?
Well, first you have to get a Tracy, and then you have to take showers, and then she takes care of the hair in the showers. We wash it 2 to 3 times, and then we condition it once to get the brush through it and get it all brushed out. Then we condition it a second time to be able to sit in there while I shave, brush my teeth, wash my body, all that. And she takes care of all this for me. So you got to have a wife that takes showers with you.
And you know what? Every time he walks through the fish room, his hair smells so good.
Oh, well, thank you. I try the coconut or the strawberry flavor.
I can't do that with mine.
I have a GA snapping turtle. What would you recommend as feeding diet? They actually have pellets for turtles, but you can offset that with any type of meat. I don't feed any live. A lot of people feed their things, mice and stuff like. I don't do no live feedings. I grew up. My dad was a big hunter, and he kills things, and I didn't get into killing anything. So I don't feed no live. I don't do anything like that. So pellets are the way to go. What are you laughing for?
Just go ahead. I'm sorry.
Pellets are the way to go. They're a full nutritional diet designed for that species of animal. So look up turtle pellets and feed them that. That'll be good. You can also offset that with pieces of chicken, pieces of ham. He'll eat it. Big Rich does have a daughter. Her name is Mikey.
That's not nice.
The koi fish heist, no updates on that. We haven't heard anything. We've gotten a million remarks from people, check this sale out, check that sale out, and we appreciate every one of them, but everything I've checked out was legitimate sales and nothing of ours, So, yeah, we haven't heard nothing. It's just something that happened, and we moved on. I just saw something. Do we find it difficult to feed our bottom feeders with the other fish around eating it all before? Yes. This is why we dump in by trays at a time. The top fish eat it, and then stuff falls, and then top fish keep going after it, and more stuff falls, and it hits the bottom. You got to remember the old adage: if you feed your fish, leave food in there for 10 minutes, and if it's gone, then feed more. If it's not gone after 10 minutes, they need more food. So we do the same thing. Top feeders, middle feeders, bottom feeders, we throw in, and we get it pretty, you get used to it after each week. 10 pounds into the 4,400. You put that in there, and then after 5-8 minutes, it's gone off the bottom. A lot of it goes to the bottom. Even the arrows come down on the bottom and eat and go back up. So you got to dump it in fast. And what are you laughing for? I keep seeing you laughing over here.
Some of these comments. Thank you, Matt, for answering that question.
Adele says her hair is almost as long as mine, and she does it all herself. Well, poor Adele. I have pity for you because I have help. Yes, Pantene, Matt. We use Pantene. Yes, we could feed Pittsburgh live clams, but the frozen clams are the best. The clams are closed and they're hard. So he has to bite through not only the clam shells, but the ice also. And he wants to get to the meat. Well, the problem with normal temperature clams, he can bite it once and suck the meat out and leave the shell alone. Frozen clams are the best for your grinding your teeth down on your pufferfish.
That says Head and Shoulders is better than Pantene.
No, but I can see Adele in the shower thinking, oh, I feel the tingle. Oh.
Have you guys ever had a black ghost knife fish?
Yes, I love them. They don't get big, but yes, I love them.
Eating contest: Big Rich versus Schwarzenegger. Winner? Question mark.
Question mark. I will not eat as much seafood as he does. I don't like seafood.
Jake Gay wants to know, what type of pellet do you feed your African cichlids?
That is a mixture of a bunch of pellets that people donate, food pellets, anything sinking. I mix them together, so we got a big 5-gallon bucket full of different food that people have bought for their cichlids that, when they come here, they bring some old food that they have and they donate it. I mix it in with that bucket. And so there's not one. We have been trying to get a sponsor to give us food, and then we would feed that one food. we haven't ran across that yet. I've talked to Hikari, sponsors down at Monster Fish Bash, and they weren't willing to give us food. They were willing to give us food at a markdown. I'm looking for somebody to sponsor us and, send us the food, and then we would definitely leave bags of that laying around so you see it during eatings and push that product to get it, free. But it hasn't happened yet. So right now it's a bundle mixed together of all kinds of different pellets.
Hi, SG Aquatics. They're from Singapore.
Wow, nice. All the way from Singapore. Hi, SG Aquatics.
Warning for them.
Morning?
Yeah.
Someone wants to know, Big Rich, how is the diet going?
Well, if you guys look on my personal page on Facebook, I put a picture up today of me at 325 and then me at 305 today. And we're both standing sideways. My belly's definitely sticking out a lot more here. And you can see a little thinner in the neck and the face and the arms and all that. I'm down to 305 pounds today. I was down to 302, but Christmas came and I ended up eating. So now I'm back to fasting, and I'm down to 302. I should be at 300 by tomorrow. I'm going to keep pushing this until I get to about 250, and I can actually be on top during sex.
PG-13. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We had a mishap.
You're supposed to bleep, Mike.
Can't say it won't happen again. I have no control over that one.
Yes, Adele, I am very happy about my koi pond. I'm excited. I can't wait.
Maverick Grabber with a $5 super chat. Xander says hi to his girlfriend Tracy.
Xander's here. Hi, Xander. He is the cutest little kid, and he straight told me he's taking my wife. That's his girlfriend. So every time he comes here, that's his girlfriend, Tracy. He's about.
He is adorable. He's 8 years old, I think.
Have we ever had an octopus? Yes. I used to have saltwater tanks a while back. We did have an octopus. It was a mimic octopus. It was beautiful, but it was an escape artist, and he did end up getting out. I swear to God, a 1/16 of an inch opening on one of the plastic slats in the back over to the side. And he got out somehow. I never would have thought he could get out that, but he got out, and we found him dried up, and I got out of saltwater. Amateur Aquatics says, I thought it was Monday. I need to sort my life out. It's Friday, bro. Yeah, no stingrays in the pond. I'm sorry. It would be nice, but then I can't have a bunch of strangers coming over and getting in there because they might step on a stingray and get, stabbed. You have so much big eaters to sponsor food. That means what's still your food cost? My food cost is about $4.50 a month. And that's without any specials or extras. That's just our normal feeding.
Hey, Dad, you want to give a shout out to Scotland?
Scotland? Hell yeah.
Tell the camera, not me.
What's the guy's name?
Oh, God. Sky Chalice. I apologize if I mispronounced that.
Sky Chalice from Scotland. Thank you for watching us. We love you.
Share us all over, please.
Have you guys ever invested in a fiberglass tank?
Fiberglass.
Most of
We've got the 2 wood tanks that came from SeaWorld are fiberglass over wood. So it's sort of a fiberglass tank. But no, we've never actually bought a fiberglass tank. Yeah, Xander is 4 years old.
4?
Yeah, he's 4 years old.
Okay.
The most adorable 4 years old.
Yes.
4 going on 24.
Oh my God. He walks around here and we're like, his dad's like, who's that? And he goes, that's Big Rich. And he goes, who's that? He points at Tracy and he goes, that's my girlfriend.
He takes charge.
Hey from Liverpool. Hi, Samantha.
When's the last time you played guitar? Oh, that would probably be like the other day.
Yeah, Mikey had me in the basement. They were down there with some friends, so I went down there, and that's where the guitar is sitting, and I have an amp sitting there. So whenever they let their music go between, I'll go ahead and pop my phone into the cord, and next thing you know, I'll be picking up my guitar and playing along with music.
He plays some great Def Leppard. I gotta tell you guys that. And no, he didn't tell me to say that.
12:45 in UK right now.
Hello from Germany. Hello, Stephen Arnold from Germany.
Wow. Dark Frog 100 has to get up in the morning. It's 12:45 there. Well, thank you for the patronage. We won't keep you up much longer. Fishy Fun 57 says, I love clown knives. My most fantastic fish. I had one until it was a foot. We've got a couple that are almost 30 inches, and they are a fantastic fish. I love to watch them eat. I love to watch them move. Our problem is we can't keep 2 or 3 together. They fight. I have to keep like 8 or more together. So we've got about 12 in the 4,400 now. What's the fastest swimming fish? That's probably the Dorado.
I don't think we're allowed to play some Def Leppard while on live because I feel like we would have to give them money for that. Somebody wants you to play some Def Leppard while on live. Yes, unfortunately we can't do that.
Tomorrow we're leaving for PA probably about 10 o'clock. We'll be there at noon.
Who's leaving?
We are. Wow.
Okay.
Not me. Hi guys from Slovakia. Hello James Hansen from Slovakia.
Thank you, honey. You know how much I love your sweet tea.
75 Echo.
What?
Greetings from Copenhagen, Denmark. When is Josh
Wow.
going to grow his
Nice.
own mullet?
We now make Tracy's sweet tea with aspartame, and it's horrible because I can't guzzle it. It gives you this cutting feeling in the back of your throat. It's nowhere near as good as when it's made with sugar, but I'm on a diet, so I have to drink it this way. So I sip it.
Sorry, my video froze.
Yeah, 448 in California. They're behind us, so it's early for them. Did we get any more plants for the pool? South Milwaukee says hello. Well, hello, D. Hams from South Milwaukee. No, we got the first original 4 different shipments in from people, and we've got them all in the tanks under grow lights now. Thank you, honey.
Real quick, I don't know who is saying Brutus has passed away. Brutus did not pass away. He is actually in the pool pond right now.
Brutus is in the big pool pond. He has not passed away. He's about 4.5 feet. Why did somebody say he passed away?
I don't know. I'm scrolling through the newsfeed and people are saying Brutus passed away.
No, that was Big Papa, the 6-footer.
Yes.
About 8 years ago that passed away. Brutus is still here.
Oh, that was Joe's fault.
Joe?
Yeah, he just texted me. He's like, that was my fault. I'm sorry.
Joe, what's wrong with you?
Oh, they meant Goliath. Yes.
Oh, yes, Goliath passed away. That was horrible. You know, there's nothing worse than having a 260-pound dog than when you're sitting there, and Tracy was holding him because we knew time was coming. Great Danes don't last to be 9 years. They're only 5 to 6 year lifespan. And ours was dark black all of his life. And then this 9.5 year, he turned gray in like 2 months. And then he was moving slower. He was getting up slower. We knew time was coming. And Tracy was sitting out there in the fish room. And Goliath had a bunch of old couch cushions lined up with a blanket over it. And that was his bed. He was sitting there with his head on Tracy's lap. And she was petting him when he passed.
Change the subject, please.
He was a good dog, and anyways, it was hard hitting because he listened so well and he protected his family. And then he passed, and we went in there, and Tracy was crying, and we're all feeling bad for Tracy. And then it didn't hit me and Josh until we picked him up. And we're trying to carry him, and he's 260 pounds, and Josh has got his back end, I've got his front end, and his head is hanging down, and his tongue is hanging. It was horrible.
Okay, back to happy thoughts. Somebody really wants you to play some Def Leppard here.
I would love to for you.
Somebody wants to know, speaking of pool plants, how are the water sprite doing?
Oh, they're doing awesome. They're growing and they're spreading. They're all heading towards the light. So the light we got for them was good. So they worked out good. Everything so far, nothing has died except for the water hyacinth. We put them in with the koi, and they seem to have been dying off. And then we found out the koi were eating all the roots off the bottom. So we took all the water hyacinth off of the koi and put them in the river now. And now they're starting to make a comeback. So that was the only plant that almost died.
Kay Quaha, thank you for the $5 super chat. Said Betty's feeding for the week.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And everybody, a lot of people are saying good luck with the weight loss.
Hey, Rick Gill is here. How you doing, Rick? You guys remember him? He was our roadie when I was in 3rd degree for 18 years. Rick was a skinny, strong, very, very eligible man that carried our equipment everywhere.
Somebody said, good luck on the weight loss. I wish I could lose weight. Yeah, me too, but I love food.
Food is a great thing, and the older you get, the more food becomes relevant and important. Because what do you do after, you don't go out, you don't party, you don't hang out at parties, you don't go out bar hopping. You take your woman and you go out to eat, or you order pizza and you watch a movie. I mean, it's all about food when you get older. So it's hard to lose weight the older you get. In my situation, I just quit eating, and I want to be skinny. I'm tired of not being able to tie my own shoes. Tracy putting on my shoes for me. It's just all bad. So I'm going to lose it because of that.
Adele wants to know, so what's Big Rich's secret for weight loss? I lost 25 pounds, but can't get much more off.
It's fasting. You just don't eat.
Okay.
And then after you go with...
Okay, Gandhi.
As long as you can go without eating, and what I call kicking an Atkins in the ass. You go fasting as long as you can, and when you can't fast no more, then you only eat protein. Atkins diet wants you at 50 carbs or less a day or something like that, or maybe 20. I make it 0 carbs. Pieces of meat, half a hamburger for lunch, an egg for breakfast, and that's it. And then that starving feeling you get at nighttime, you just think of how you're losing weight as you're sleeping. The next day, you eat a piece of ham with some cream cheese in it, and you roll that up. That's 0 carbs. Eat that. Then lunchtime comes, you eat a piece of ham with an onion in it. That's rolled up with an onion in it. It's really good. Just keep it 0 carbs, and you will lose weight faster than you will ever know. What's up, Mikey?
Matt said that I'm a skinny little one, and I told him that I'm 210 pounds. Joe says, Mike, you're 210s if you're carrying 100 pounds. All right, guys, back to the fish rescue here.
I can post videos on YouTube, so if you guys want to see playing guitar, I can post them on YouTube because it's not monetized. YouTube is monetized. I cannot post on there of any song that is already somebody's song. It's copyright infringement. But on Facebook, I can put it on there as me playing along, and it's no big deal. So go on to Facebook. I'm Big Rich Price. Make me a friend on there, or go on to Ohio Fish Rescue 501c3. That's the form that we talk in to everybody and help people out, help people with sick fish, all that kind of stuff.
Do we have a Mr. Dinkles?
Yes.
Somebody wants to know how he's...
He's doing good. Very good.
Who?
Mr. Dinkles.
Oh, that's a fish?
Yes.
I hope so.
I don't know if you named Josh. I don't know. There's so many named fish that come and go. I don't, it's.
Mr. Dinkles is doing great.
What is it?
It's a red-tailed catfish.
Oh, is that one of the new ones?
Yes.
Okay, is that the one we just took out of the 550 and put in the 3,000?
Yes, sir.
So he's past quarantine. He's now in the 3,000. So there you go. You can come by and visit him anytime.
Did you put any goldfish in the front yard pond yet?
Oh yeah, there's
tons of them.
There's a bunch in there. At least 70 goldfish in there. Maybe 90. There's a bunch in there. They've already went down and wintered over when the whole top froze with ice last week, and you didn't see them. They were in the tunnels. Now that it was 56 degrees today, I saw them all out. So they're doing good out there.
A lot of people want to know where Josh is at.
Josh is at the Cleveland Zoo. What's it called? Light 'em up thing.
I don't know. He didn't invite me.
That was a dig. Josh and his girlfriend went to the Cleveland Zoo light up show. I don't know what it is. You'd think it was for Christmas. It would be a month ago or two.
Yeah, well, it's been going on for a month.
Oh, so
Yes.
Okay. Every week they have it down there. So Josh went to that. He's not here tonight.
Yes, Josh does work full-time for the City of Cleveland Water Department, as well as he works for the Fish Rescue.
Yes, he works as a engineer for the City of Cleveland Water Department. And then he comes home from work and he works at the rescue with me every night. And, he has a life outside of that very rarely, but he does. So I shouldn't be getting on him about this and leaving me to do this tonight by myself with my wife and our daughter. Ah, Mikey.
Only one more week, guys. One more week. Oh, we're going to get a lot of comments on that.
Sorry, Megan. Her little lovebird passed away today.
How do you know the guy from Mushroom Head? Great band, by the way.
Jeff Hatrix I've known him for 20 some years. Back in the day, he had a band called Hatrix, and they had a song called No One. It's one of my favorite songs. Look it up. Hatrix, No One. Jeff Felton was the lead guitarist at the time. He does a scream during the lead that you can't tell when the guitar ends and the scream starts, and the scream just hangs on forever. I mean, so talented. Jeff was really talented. And then we were in a side project, a Judas Priest tribute band. And Jeff come at me he's doing this thing down at this other, we had rooms at the time. What are they called? Band rooms. And he had a practice spot at this other place. And he was doing this thing with this mushroom head. And I'm like, what the hell's mushroom head? And he goes, oh, we dress up, we do this. I'm like, dude, I gave him the worst advice I've ever given anybody on the planet of the earth. I told him, I'm like, look, let's do this Judas Priest side project because he does Rob Halford to a T. I was like, let's continue doing this. Forget that mushroom head thing. That dressing up thing, that's all corny, dude. You ain't going to go nowhere with that. Within 3 months, he was touring Germany. He was just everywhere. He got big time. Now he just quit the band. So it's been probably 14, 15 years. He was in Mushroom Head, and now he just quit, and he's doing his thing again. That's how I know him. I was in a Judas Priest tribute band with him. Oh, I first met him with Eric Barris, was our drummer in my side project, and we went to the. It was a VFW hall. There was like 300 people there. We were playing as Third Degree. And our lead singer, who's passed on now, got mad and heard that I was messing with his girl. And this was untrue. I was with Tracy, and I did not mess with his girl. But he heard this, and he got mad and walked off. Well, we didn't have no singer for the show, and we're sitting there for the show. Jeff Hatrix came up, and we did like 4 or 5 songs together on that VFW thing, and it was just awesome. Right. He did Zeppelin, I can't remember. In the land of the, what was that? The community.
Cashmere?
No, not cashmere.
Okay, well, we got to get back to
Okay, go ahead.
We got to get back to the fish rescue. We have somebody that wants to know what is the best cure for ick?
The
Immigrant
best
fungus.
cure for ick. Swear to God, quit spending your money at the stores. Don't buy this bull that they tell you about. Turn your temperature up to 86 degrees. Add salt if you like. You don't have to, but it helps. Turn your temperature up for 7 days. See, the life cycle of ick is normally about 7 days. They go on, they eat into the skin, they eat off of the body of the fish, and then they release spores of millions out into the water. Well, them spores cannot live in 86 degree water. So they die, and you stop the life cycle right there. Problem is, people put medication in there, and it's real strong for a day, then it's not, it's less strong. And then they have spores, and that cycle starts over again. And it gets hard to cure for some people. It's really easy to cure. Turn the temperature up to 86 degrees, leave it on 86 for 2 weeks. Your fish will live, trust me. And it will kill all ick. You will see that stuff just fall off, and there will be no more ick. It's very simple. Next.
Getting a lot of comments so far, not a lot of questions.
Okay, well, I can't see any of these.
Joe wants to know how many Payara do we have now? I am sorry if I mispronounced that.
Yes. Levi Buchler says high protein, high healthy fats, 0 carbs. Yes. He's a trainer and a nutritionalist. Keep up your good work, my friend. Yes. Someone else told me to get some collagen and a spoonful of butter and put it into your coffee in the morning. And that will help your hair, nails, and skin need the collagen, and the butter is 0 carbs and will help your system in some way. But drink it in your coffee in the morning, and it'll make you go to the bathroom, and it's very healthy for you. It makes your coffee taste great. Well, I don't drink coffee, so I didn't try it, but I'm willing to try because I just want to stay full. So I'm drinking a lot of liquids now. So I'm willing to try that. Hello from Dallas, Texas. Thank you for what you do. I found your channel in November and look forward to the videos ever since. Well, thank you. Who's that? Krista March. Thank you, Krista.
Joe wants to know how many Piara do we have now?
How many what?
Piara do we have now?
Piara?
I'm Hispanic. I can't pronounce it. Payara?
Oh, Piara.
Payara.
We have 4. We have 6, Joe. 6 of the saber-toothed barracudas. Or vampire tetras. Piara. Armadas. There's a bunch of names for the same fish. Peter Ollendorf says, Schwarzenegger, I've got an idea for the diet. Instead of putting food in your mouth, give it to me.
Do we have any pike in the tank?
No pike. We don't have no pike. Can you make workout videos? No, they would be X-rated.
Is the turtle in the pool going to get any bigger, or is it at full
No,
growth?
he's a giant Mexican musk turtle named Godzilla. He came from Vincent Wu. He is not going to get any bigger. He is full grown.
Oh, this is a good question. What emergency plans does the Ohio Fish Rescue have in case of massive power outage or natural disaster?
Okay, we have a small generator, and it's run off of a 2-cycle motor. I can start that up, and it'll run for 8 hours on a tank of gas. That's just for our air pump. We have an LA80 linear air pump, and it runs the whole entire fish room. So if the power goes out, we can kick the air on instantly and leave the air on. If the power's out for more than that, then I bring out my big air generator, and we plug in the main pump to the 2 pools into it, and then all the circulation stays intact. Because a lot of times power goes out for an hour or 2, and then it's back on. So we don't need all that, but I keep the air going. After that, we are getting a Lenovo full house generator system installed. So when the house goes out, automatically it'll kick on, and it's a system that sits outside. I've been wanting that for the last couple of years. I finally saved up enough money for it, so I'm going to get that next. But right now we have the 2 generators. Next question.
What are the fish? What is the fish plans for the new year?
Fish plans. Other than the bunch of rescues we've got rescues Chicago, Pittsburgh. What was that state down south? Starts with an M. Las Vegas. The Pacu in lower Illinois. Other than that, we're the pond in the backyard is the next biggest thing.
Okay, we're coming over the 1 hour mark. Do you want to keep going, or do you want
Yeah, we
to?
can keep going.
Okay.
Effie says, did you put any goldfish in the front pond? Oh, yeah, we already answered that. Yes, we did. It's hard when I'm going to different things trying to get different questions.
You're fine. By the way, that state is called Missouri.
Missouri, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
In honor of Strongsville, Peter Ollendorf says, in honor of Strongsville, post yourself playing Breaking the Law. Breaking the Law.
Brendan Timmer. Gmail
I know the song. I can play it well.
Brendan Timmer Gmail with the $1 super chat. Thank you, Brendan.
Thank you, Brendan.
How big will the koi pond be? Ooh.
Oh, I'm going to try.
Thank you, Adele.
Now, see, Greg Woodstock said he's going to donate a koi pond kit. But I'm going to try and get it as big as possible. If I have to throw in extra money to get it bigger than what he's willing to donate, I don't know yet. I will know on January 22nd and 23rd. I'm going to Chicago and going to meet with him and Ed Bailu, and we're going to come over the design of the pond. So I'll know everything after that. But I'm trying for not aesthetics and looking good as far as big and larger, deeper, larger. We want that because she gets a lot of koi. Yes. So, and then once we put them in the pond, they're gonna breed. They're gonna have babies. So we'll be having koi to give away every year. So we want a large pond. It don't matter if it's small and it's got colored lighting and waterfalls. I'd rather it be large. I can add all the other stuff later. So whatever I'm trying to get done, I just want it large right now, the biggest that we can make.
Do we still have community service workers?
Not at the moment. Nobody's coming out right now. Everybody's paid off their community service. So if any of you people ever get community service, you can do it here at the Ohio Fish Rescue.
And it's fun. I do it every day.
Oh, you stop it.
And I don't even serve community service.
I make community service fun. It ain't that hard. We do work, yes. We move things. We carry things. It's not that hard at all. And it's fun. We have a good time.
I promise you guys, if you serve your community service hours here, or if you even want to come just to serve hours, just to help out, it is a blast. You will have fun.
Oh my God, Stephen Conroe. Why do you give us money, Stephen? You're our moderator. He says, I think we need Big Rich a workout video in 80s spandex.
Please, no. I will pay $2 for that not to happen.
Well, he paid $19 for it to happen.
I'll pay $25.
Okay.
Just wait till I move out for that to happen, please.
Do you have a Fly River turtle currently? Yes, we have 2 of them. They are out there in the 180, right by the Angel Tank.
Where?
Brandon, $100. My girlfriend Heidi and I love your channel and truly appreciate all you guys do. Hope this helps with the cost of the operation. Happy New Year's, everyone.
That's old.
Brandon, that's an old one?
That's an old. We've already read
It
that
just popped up on this phone.
It's probably slow. But
the phone's slow?
Jeff Beatty just chimed in with a $5 super chat. What size tank do you recommend to have a discus?
Well, thank you, Brandon. Discus, I would say the least
55 or bigger.
Yeah, because discus they get 8 inches round, and then when you have a mate with them and they breed, they need their own space. So you don't want them. You can raise a bunch of smaller discus, quarter size, 50-cent size, and then bring them up, and then get them bigger tanks later. But in the end, you want them at least a 55 per discus. or per set.
Someone said SeaWorld should donate their locations to Rich so he can go crazy.
You know, that's a good idea. That's only 40 minutes from me, and it's a closed-down operation. But we've got all the where they took down the whale cages, whale tanks. We've got all the acrylic is sitting at the downtown at East 19th or something, and you know, they want a lot of money for them, like $1,000 a panel or something. And you know, I don't have a lot of money to spend, so I didn't buy the panels. I did buy the tanks, but SeaWorld should donate us the money. Start a movement online. I'm good for that.
David Bird, thank you for the $2 super chat. He says, I love your channel. And then Jason Haycook with the $5 super chat.
Nice.
Back
Thank you,
home.
guys.
Thanks for the tour, Tracy.
You're welcome, Jason.
Oh, Jason
Yeah,
just left, the
anytime.
last guy that was here. I was in the bathroom, Jason, and getting ready for this and getting all the equipment together for doing this, so I'm sorry I wasn't out there, buddy. But you got to talk to my wife for an hour, and not many men get to do that. Did you have fun?
How long will you be rescuing in Pittsburgh?
I'm going there for 2 different rescues right now, so I'll be there probably from 12 to 2.
Somebody wants to know, when will the hot tub become a tank?
Never.
Never.
We still have to have social and enjoying time here, guys.
Yes,
That tub is mine.
No. I bought the hot tub thinking this will shut her up. Didn't work. But the pool, I was able to get into the predator pond because she likes it now and she swims in it. The hot tub I can never take away. It's something I bought for her, and she'd kill me.
Aaron Hoyt, thank you for the $15 super chat. Big Rich put this towards tilapia steaks and production of the 90s workout video. I'm sorry, I couldn't say that without laughing. Happy New Year at the OFR. Ooh, that was a good laugh.
You know, I want you guys to know, you keep talking about this 90s workout video. My mom married this guy named Ken Simmons, and if he would have adopted me, which he didn't, thank God. He had 3 daughters though. So my mom married. She had two sons. She married a guy with 3 daughters, and we all moved in together. Oh, so next thing you know, if he'd adopted me, my name would have been Richard Simmons. We're talking about workout videos.
Yeah, I know Richard Simmons.
Thank you, Leah. I'm here, and yes, I can talk. I'm just not very talkative. I'm not a talkative
See,
person
everyone
at
thinks
all.
I'm controlling her.
I'm very shy.
I make her talk for you guys, and then I get, bitched at that I'm controlling her. And
Hey, PG.
it's her.
And so
I swear.
You cursed.
Big Red Simmons.
You know, guys, if we had a swear jar, we'd be rich by
Oh
now.
my God,
Would you have
no.
married me if my name was Big Rich
Oh my
Simmons?
God.
Would you?
Oh my God.
Would you have?
And so you're making me.
Okay, guys, back to what
I
we're
want
going
to
at.
know. Would you have married me if my name was Big Rich Simmons?
Yoo-hoo! Any fish monsters ever need the water to be deep?
What do you mean?
I have no idea. It literally says any fish monsters ever need the water to be deep.
Well, our pond pool is 6.5 to 7 foot deep in different sections, and it does a great job. If I could have it bigger, I would have it bigger and deeper. Yes.
Aaron Hoyt says, my stepdad's name was Richard Simmons, no relation. Still funny.
Lee Shelton. That's my buddy Lee from across the pond.
Mom, someone
He says Tracy hasn't said anything yet.
someone wants to know what your favorite cichlid is and why.
Blue Star Sapphire.
Oh,
And
yeah.
That is because of Mike Droughty from Imperial Tropicals
Oh my God,
down
you did
in
that so
Florida.
well.
He gave me 3 of them 2 years ago.
2.
No, 3. He brought me 3.
We only have 2.
No.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. They'll be back in a second.
There's 3.
There's only 2 out there. He gave you 2. They were little blue fish, and he said these will grow up and get silver marks all over them.
Okay, well, maybe that is, but I do have 3 out there.
No, there's only 2 out there.
Okay. 2. But yes, Mike Droughty.
He was at the OCA last year, and he didn't sell a couple. He sold all of his fish, but these 2 he gave to Tracy, and he told her they're going to be phenomenal. You know, within a year or 2, they're going to grow up and have spangles. And now these fish are the darkest blue with silver spots all over, called spangles. They're just beautiful. They're awesome.
I was just here a few weeks ago and said that they were beautiful.
Yeah.
Pup 314 wants to know: Do you ever give each other fish for gifts?
Yes, my son buys me fish all the time. That's how we got some of the Arapaima. Before we got Brutus, he had bought me one, and it grew to about 18 inches in a 180, and then jumped out and broke the plastic lid and died. He bought me, what was that? The Tigrinus. He bought the black-eared Peroon sharks, because rare fish, basically rare fish that people wouldn't, give to us because they could sell them for big money. That's the things Joshy buys for me for gifts.
Okay, Flossie wants to know: Did you get your nitrates back to normal? Are the extra plants helping to keep them down?
We're down between 8 and 10 nitrates now, and staying at that level. We're doing great. I now check for nitrates every 3 days, whether we think it's good or not, because I didn't know that the nitrates had gone up before, and we lost a fish over that, and that was our own stupid mistake.
Okay, we have a huge fan right here by Parathmesh Halankar. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Hey guys, I am one of your followers. I love the way you guys take care of your fish. Maybe someday I will be doing things like you. God bless and lots of love.
Well, thank you, Parathmesh.
Thank
You did a good job pronouncing that. That's how I'd say it. Parathmesh Halankar. Yes. Thank you.
Did you guys ever rescue a shark?
Yes. We have rescued many saltwater fish. Even Joe Rockwell brought a what was the name of that eel? I forget the name of it. It was a 4-foot tessellata eel. He brought from Nebraska to here, and then we took to Electric City Public Aquarium in Pennsylvania, about another 7 hours. And because we can't hold saltwater fish, we don't have a saltwater tank, but we have rescued many and then taken them to different saltwater people that we know. We have gotten sharks, we have gotten eels, we have gotten what was that big tang, that 2-foot tang we had? That was a beautiful fish. But we give them out before we pick them up so that we know where they're going, and we're just the in-between people. We won't say no to any fish.
Okay, Michael Kontritz wants to know: Hey guys, I got a silver Arowana for the holidays. Do you know what can go with them? Thank you.
Silver Arowana are a top swimming fish, and basically all my life I've always had a silver Arowana, clown knives, and then catfish. Clown knives are middle fish. Catfish are bottom dwelling. So any type of catfish, you can have a red tail, tiger shovel nose, a Niger cat, anything like that, a marble cat, and a chara cat. And then in the middle you have clown knives, and in the top you have Arowanas. It's a beautiful system because you can have the same fish in the same tank, and they take up 3 different levels of the tank.
Okay, someone wants to know: Would you ever take in a purple spotted gudgeon? I am sorry, southern from Australia. A friend of mine has one, but is not happy having it.
What is this? Geneva Side says, "Hey Rich, I have a 50-foot by 3-foot carp in California. Can you swing by Tuesday and pick them up?"
We will not be in Cali, sorry.
We will not be in Cali.
If there's anybody in the California area that can pick that up.
If there's anybody that wants a 50-foot carp, 3-foot wide, then go ahead and pick it up. I think someone's lying to us.
That'd be sick, though.
Should decide if you have a 50 by 3-foot carp, you better.
I just answered that one.
Yes.
There is no such thing as a 50-foot carp, Tracy. Is the female stingray you took out, Effie says, is the female stingray you took out of the male's tank currently pregnant? We don't think so. She's the one that just had the baby fish, and I think it was something to do with having the baby, the stingray's babies, that the other males just attacked her because she had been in with these males for like a year, and she was able to fend off for herself. She's bigger than them. She was able to fend off for herself and keep the males at bay. But all of a sudden, in one night, she's all tore up. I had to take her out to save her because if it had taken another night, she would have been dead. Now she's in with the baby females, and she's going to stay in there until all the females get of breeding size. Then we'll put them all in with the males. But this was a thing that we brought them in together. They came from the same tank together. We put them in together, and we added more fish that we got in there. We never buy fish, so we didn't buy a bunch of males and put it in with one female. So don't think that. Have faith in us. These are just things that came in and they're in together. And they did fine for a year. And then all of a sudden in one night, something went hokey. And we had to get her out of there.
Do we still have the Australian lungfish?
Yes, we do.
No. Australian lungfish is the one that I want. That is the one that's illegal here. And we can't have unless you have papers. And Jason Land is now able to get you Australian lungfish with papers, but they're very high priced. So we're working with Jason Land from what was it, World of Plecos, and we will end up with one eventually, but they're high priced and they're on the CITES list, so it's a touchy thing.
Okay, we're starting to come up on the half-hour mark. Keep going, or
I'm fine. I'm not upset.
Well, we've got Lucas Brett's on there, don't we?
Oh yeah, Lucas Pretz goes on at 9:30, and you guys should all definitely check out his show. He's very informative. He actually has 90% of his tanks running being filtered by just plants, no filtration whatsoever. And he has endlers and live bears, guppies, all kinds of things that he sells, all in these tanks that are not filtrated by filtration. You got to check out the way he does things. It's awesome. Oh, nice. Mr. Spud says, hey, LFR, thanks for the tip on African cichlid, 75-gallon tank. We added more fish and hiding spots. That is the trick. If you could add more hiding spots and then even more, they get along. They each need their own little spot is the problem. And when you got 3 hiding spots and 70 fish, they're going to fight to death over these spots, and they're going to keep fighting. So the trick is to have more hiding spots, and you can have a really nice cichlid tank. Cichlid Strain Hunter says, hello, Fish Rescue and everyone. Hello, Cichlid Strain Hunter. Jeff Jones says, the purple spotted Mogadorian gudgeon is a goby. Well, that's nice to know. I appreciate it. Don't know where that come from, but appreciate the info. Pop 314 says, Fave, you thought about adding, or have you thought about adding freshwater clams or mussels to your filtration system or sump? No, that's a very weak form of filtration. Yes, it is a filtration, but that's like having lava rock. It's a very weak form of filtration. Yes, I could add that into like the filters. I have an 8-foot by 4-foot filter, and if I put 200 clams in there, then yes, that would help out a little bit. But by and by, the Biofalls filter is much more efficient. Oh, he probably means 53-foot carp. Yeah, probably. That makes more sense. But can I stop by Tuesday in California? No. California is a 40-hour drive from us.
And yes, Michael Katratowitz, we do have buttercoat fry.
What?
Yes, if we ever had a buttercoat fried tilapia.
Oh, we have 2 buttercoat fry in the 4400, and they're actually a breeding pair. they take over a section of the corner of the tank and they breed down there, and then no fish comes near that corner. But Barcophorai tilapia are badass, and all these fish in the 4400 understand that and leave them alone. They actually have a beak in their mouth and they can do some damage. Everybody leaves them alone. So I know when they're laying eggs because that whole corner of the tank, no fish goes near. And they are killers in smaller tanks because they want their area. But in a large tank, as long as they have their area, they leave everybody else alone. So there's the key.
Somebody wants to know, how long does it take the Arowanas to grow big?
Geez, you know, that's a hard question because I've had Arowanas grow to 2 foot in a year, and then I've had Arowanas grow to 2 foot in like 3 years. So it's hard to say. It depends on what you feed them. I will tell you this: the faster the current you have them in, and the more you feed them, the faster they will grow. They will get up to 3 foot within 5 years, no problem, if they're moving good and eating good. If they're a picky eater, they could take a lot longer. And sometimes, you know, we've bought fish before, 2 of these fish. One of them stays small. I've got a small GATF right now and a large GATF. The 9-incher came in the same size as the 5-incher. 5-incher don't eat nowhere near as good as the 9-incher. And they came in the same size. Josh bought them for me. Well, our 9-incher is now in a different tank because he started attacking the 5-incher. So, yeah, it's a personal thing on each fish, how their attitude is, how their eating habits are. And, you know, you can't say that Arowana will get 3 foot in 2 years because yours might not eat like mine does. It's a picky thing.
To Effie Cujo, yes, we always accept volunteer work.
Oh yeah, any volunteer work, we gladly accept that.
And then Adele wants to know, does tank size determine the growth rate of fish?
It actually does. People don't want to say that, but let's go like this. You have a 55-gallon tank and you have an Arowana in it, and he's eating. And then you have a 300-gallon tank. Same size Arowana went into both tanks. That fish in the 300-gallon tank is going to grow faster than the fish in the 55. People say the old adage is fish only grow to their size of their tank. No, that is a old wives' tale. This fish will grow big eventually. It'll just take longer. If you can understand that. The fish in the 300-gallon, the same size as the fish in the 55, will grow twice the size as the fish in the 55. But the fish in the 55, after 5 years, will be 2 foot. And he'll be like stocky looking and deformed looking. He will be deformed. What do you want to call that when they're too small? And as soon as you take him and put him into a big tank, he will elongate. First growth spurt he gets, he will elongate.
Jacob, the link that you're looking for is LRB Aquatics.
LRB Aquatics, yes. That's at 9:30. What time is it, Mike?
8:30.
8:30, okay. How's Pittsburgh? Has the extra clam feedings worn down his teeth? Yes, we've got him worn down a good amount, and he's looking better. So he's doing good. He's doing good. Stephen Conroe put up a link to LRB Aquatics.
Thank you, Stephen.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
You're very welcome, Adele.
I think Adele needs to get a plane ticket and fly out here.
Adele sounds like she really wants to come out here.
Adele sounds like she might take Tracy from me.
Adele could take me from you.
Oh, Adele, you have an offer for marriage right there.
All right, Joshua Nadeau. I am sorry if I mispronounced that. Hey, OFR, been watching your vids for a while now. Really like what you guys are about and do. Talking the old lady into letting me have a fish tank. Kind of want some beautiful guppies.
You know what you do? You take her to the pet store and you let her look at the fish and ask her, if there was any fish here that you would want, what is it? And then you buy that fish for her. Get her interested. Buy her trinkets and stuff. Look at Tracy. Oh, you took off your bracelet.
Yes, because I was going to go in the pond. And
Tracy.
I'm sorry, I didn't want to get it caught on the...
You buy her trinkets that match her fish, her new fish frenzy, and you get her all in into this new fish that she's got, and then you get her a tank, and then you get her another fish of the same kind with different colors, and you feed into her frenzy, and next thing you know, she's got the sickness.
PG-13, guys. PG-13.
No, the sickness is I need more fish. I need bigger tanks. I need a bigger tank for my fish.
She's getting down with the sickness.
Right.
All right, we're coming up on...
I want to go to Australia too, but I don't have a passport, so I can't go there.
Yeah.
James Millen sending shout-outs from the UK. And then Nicholas LaPlow.
Nice.
Nicholas LaPlow sending a $5 super chat saying, do you guys have any black ghost knife? Love mine so friendly.
We do not, Nicholas. Thank you so much for the super chat, but we do not. They only get about 18 inches at full growth, and we never needed, to rescue them. Everybody loved theirs, so they're not turning them in all the time. So I did like mine when I had them, and I would love to have another one. So I do like the fish, though. They're awesome. They are definitely awesome. But guys, it's going up on what, 2 hours now, Mikey?
8, yeah.
We're gonna have to get off of here. It's time for you guys to head over to Lucas Brent's place and LRB Aquatics. He will show you how to have filtration with no filters, just plants, and all of his fish survive and strive on just plants. It's and his tanks are clean, beautiful. So you got to check him out.
You guys have a good night. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Stay fishy, my friends.
Stay
Yes.
fishy, my friends.